Rick Derringer, the legendary guitar hero and rock and roll icon behind unforgettable hits like Roll Hoochie Koo and Hang On, Sloopy, has passed away at the age of 77. According to TMZ, Variety, and The Hollywood Reporter, Derringer died peacefully in Ormond Beach, Florida, after being taken off life support Monday night following a sudden medical episode. Derringer's wife, Genda, shared with TMZ that the musician had undergone triple bypass surgery just 2 months ago and was doing well until the evening of May 26, when things took a sudden turn. His close friend and caretaker, Tony Wilson, told outlets that Derringer went into what he described as some sort of shock while preparing for bed. He was taken to an undisclosed hospital, where he passed away peacefully. With a career that stretched across 6 decades, Derringer left an unmistakable mark on the music industry, not just as a guitarist but also as a singer-songwriter and producer. He was a creative force who moved effortlessly between genres, working alongside legendary figures and leaving behind a legacy packed with hits and unforgettable live performances. Born Richard Derringer in Salina, Ohio, Derringer shot to fame at just 17 when he and his band, the McCoys, scored a #1 hit in 1965 with Hang On, Sloopy. That single even knocked the Beatles' Yesterday off the top of the charts, an astonishing feat for the young rocker. But that was just the beginning of his musical journey. Throughout his long career, Derringer became a fixture in the rock world, performing with and producing records for icons like Johnny Winter, Edgar Winter, Steely Dan, Alice Cooper, Kiss, Cyndi Lauper, Weird Al Yankovic, and even Barbra Streisand. His guitar work was known for its fire, versatility, and unmistakable style, which made him one of the most respected and sought-after musicians of his generation. Perhaps Derringer's most famous solo effort, Roll Hoochie Koo, was released in 1973. The song, which he had first recorded with Johnny Winter, became a rock anthem in Derringer's hands, immortalized by its infectious riff and irresistible energy. The track found new audiences over the years, appearing in the cult classic movie Dazed and Confused and, more recently, on the soundtrack for Netflix's Stranger Things. The lyrics from the song's opening verse, "There was a group called the Jokers, they were layin' it down, 'cause ya know I'm never gonna lose that funky sound," spoke to the kind of raw, electric energy that Derringer brought to his performances. Notably, the Jokers featured a young Dickie Betts, who would later achieve fame with the Allman Brothers Band. In a touching musical moment, Derringer and Betts reunited about 15 years after the song's release to perform it live together, a recording that can be heard on Betts' Live from the Lone Star Roadhouse NYC 1988 album. By the later years of his life, Derringer had relocated to the Sarasota-Manatee area in Florida, a region familiar to Betts as well. Despite the passing decades, Derringer remained active, continuing to perform and delight fans with the same passion and showmanship that had marked his rise to fame in the 60s and 70s. Derringer's influence wasn't limited to his solo work or collaborations, he was also an accomplished producer. He helmed the Edgar Winter Group's chart-topping instrumental, Frankenstein, a #1 hit in 1972 that showcased his sharp ear for innovative rock sounds. Beyond that, Derringer's fingerprints could be found on an astonishing range of music that defied easy categorization, from hard rock to blues, pop, and even novelty tracks with Weird Al. His live performances were legendary, filled with fiery guitar solos, stage theatrics, and a relentless energy that left audiences buzzing. One of his most celebrated live albums, Derringer Live from 1977, captured this spirit perfectly, delivering a powerful setlist heavy on guitar duels and crowd-pleasing rock numbers. Throughout the 80s, Derringer continued to evolve, lending his guitar prowess to a wide range of artists and projects, always maintaining his reputation as a versatile and dependable musician. His adaptability meant he was just as at home playing searing rock riffs as he was contributing to pop hits or experimental studio projects. Despite the ups and downs that inevitably come with a long career in music, Derringer's passion for his craft never dimmed. He continued to tour, record, and connect with fans well into his later years, always chasing the next great performance, the next perfect riff, the next unforgettable song. Tony Wilson, his longtime friend and caretaker, said in a statement, "Rick's legacy extends beyond his music. He entertained fans with his signature energy and talent, and his passing leaves a void in the music world." He will be deeply missed by fans, colleagues, and loved ones. Derringer's collaborations over the years read like a who's who of the music industry, a testament to his immense talent and the respect he commanded from fellow musicians. Whether shredding on stage with the Winter brothers, lending his guitar to Steely Dan, or producing studio magic behind the scenes, Derringer consistently brought a level of excellence that elevated every project he touched. His influence reached new generations through the continued use of his music in film and television, ensuring that his songs lived on in pop culture long after their initial release. When Rock and Roll Hoochie Koo blasted through the speakers in Dazed and Confused or resurfaced in Stranger Things, it introduced his electrifying sound to younger audiences who had never seen him live but could instantly feel the raw power of his music. For those who grew up with Derringer's records, his death marks the end of an era, a final curtain call for one of rock's most enduring and dynamic figures. But for fans old and new, his music remains a timeless reminder of the joy, rebellion, and wild spirit that defines rock and roll. Rick Derringer wasn't just a guitarist, he was a force. His 6-decade career is a masterclass in adaptability, talent, and perseverance, proof that great music knows no boundaries and that a true artist never stops creating. As the news of his passing spreads, tributes are pouring in from across the music world, with fans and musicians alike celebrating the life of a man who gave so much of himself to his art. Whether they remember him for his blistering guitar solos, his infectious hits, or his behind-the-scenes contributions, one thing is clear: Rick Derringer's impact on music is indelible. His music will continue to play, his riffs will continue to inspire, and his legacy will live on in the countless musicians he influenced and the millions of fans he thrilled over the years. Rick Derringer's journey from teenage hitmaker to rock elder statesman is a story of passion, resilience, and unrelenting creativity. His passing may leave a silence on the stage, but his music ensures that his voice, his guitar, and his spirit will echo forever. Rest in power, Rick Derringer. You will be missed, but your music will never fade.